Hi, I'm the Autistic Critic. I make unfiltered reviews to help you choose. I love Marvel, but it does not love me back. And yet, in spite of the hardships on the road of the MCU I've taken, I still can't help but feel proud of my journey, thanks to Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been a fan of these guys since the first movie came out. Watching James Gunn's contributions to the MCU has thoroughly affected my tastes in media. Therefore, I thought it'd be fun to rank the Guardians of the Galaxy series in every possible way except for how they function as movies. So that brings us to the first installment of this fun ranking series. Every Guardians of the Galaxy song ranked. James Gunn compiles great music and cooks with it. Before we can jump headfirst into the mouth of an obelisk, we need to set some rules. We're only looking at songs that appear in the Guardians movies. No trailer-only tracks, and no crossover movies involving the Guardians. Rubber Band Man is fun, but it doesn't count. And for the sake of being trilogy only, I'm leaving out the holiday special.
You just want to suck the joy out of everything.
With this video, I'm going to be putting my thoughts on the movies aside and focusing on the songs. I won't be judging the needle drops on their own. I'm going to be critiquing the connective tissue between the songs and their respective scenes. Oh, and one more thing. For the love of all things Groot, I won't be providing audio clips for the songs since that might get this video copyright struck, and I don't want my favorite Marvel superhero team to fall victim to that. However, I have a playlist containing the songs and their scenes back to back in ranking order, so you can play it after this video is over. Or hey, you can pause it and use the playlist between each song and scene after I talk about them, whatever floats your magic boat. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Now let's hit play. This song rubs me the wrong way. This Vocaloid track clashes so hard with the rest of the Awesome Mixes tracks combined, which are all classic rock and pop music. Considering this is the High Evolutionary's taste in music and not the heroes, it makes him a more heinous villain than he already was. He's even eviler than Thanos. How could he spoil the sanctity of an Awesome Mix with one song?
Is this how you get your sick kicks?
It is quirky, which is fitting for Counter-Earth. However, it does nothing for me. This song plays when Cosmo and Kraglin are playing cards with cameos such as Beezer McTalkalok, the Broker, and Howard the Duck. You can barely hear the song over characters talking. It's just white noise implemented into the soundtrack. The closest thing I could figure with this track is that Cosmo is a poor girl because Kraglin called her a bad dog. Also, the song features the lyric, "She holds a deck of cards," relating to the scene's activity. This song doesn't get last place because its genre belongs with many of the other songs in these movies. This song is a jam as is. It plays when 2014 Gamora activates the Bowie, and then is cut short twice. Either you commit to the song or you don't use it at all. In fact, it has no thematic connection to the scene it's attached to. I've been in love with love, not the idea of something cutting this song short. Flashlight doesn't have any pressure to connect to the events or characters in Volume 2. That's because it plays during the end credits. As a result, it doesn't demand your attention, but it still sounds nice. If this is the weakest link in your soundtrack, that's a sign you made a fantastic soundtrack.
Say that again?
Reasons comes across as a strange choice for the scene it's attached to. It is played over the scene when the Guardians are escaping from OrgoCorp as they're carrying the wounded Drax. I was worried for his fate in the theater, so the first time I saw it, I found the music choice odd. But it does have a line that makes sense, and that is, "The reasons that we're here," because it connects to the scene. The reason that the Guardians are at OrgoCorp is to save Rocket. When I heard this song in the commercials, I thought the proper place to use it would be, oh, I don't know, a scene involving Peter and Gamora? I must be an idiot because instead, it's intercut with the Guardians embarking on their mission and then a flashback involving Batch 89. Oh, Adam Warlock's theme song. It plays before he attacks the Guardians on Nowhere. I feel like many people doing rankings like mine wouldn't rank this as low as I have. It makes for a very awesome entrance, but it's so short. It ranks higher than the songs below it by virtue of being in the forefront long enough to make an impression. The first two Guardians soundtracks each included a song that was part of a trailer, but not the movie. On my first viewing, I didn't think In the Meantime was going to play at all, given that Since You've Been Gone played before it. However, it did, and in the most unexpected place. This song occurs when Star-Lord, 2014 Gamora, and Rocket approach the High Evolutionary's lab, followed by Kraglin piloting Nowhere to help. The title justifies the use of this song. So many lives will change. The kids trapped on the High Evolutionary ship, and of course, the Guardians.
And that day I was talking about is this day. Today. This is the day.
Surrender has the same use as Flashlight. However, it gets points because it's used to dry the tears shed from the funeral scene we just saw. If this isn't the most impactful track in your mixtape, that's a sign it's really good. A lot of us think Come and Get Your Love was the very first song in this movie, but it was I'm Not in Love. I always skip this one, and let's be honest, so do you. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows plays as a theme of self-reflection. The end of the rainbow for Rocket is the Guardians, but it turns out he still has much to do with his life. I Will Dare has the same use as the previously covered Flashlight and Surrender. It has a ragtag style that fits the Guardians' nature. As an added bonus, you can hear it faintly as the new Guardians discuss their favorite music artists in the mid-credits scene. That's cool. No Sleep Till Brooklyn is used during the climax of Volume 3, specifically when the Guardians are fighting the High Evolutionary's mutant minions. The aggressive attitude of the song reflects how the Guardians are a force to be reckoned with. Wow, if I nickel for every time a Chris Pratt movie in 2023 had No Sleep Till Brooklyn,
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
This song is used as an interesting juxtaposition. It's a smooth and upbeat track played at a time when the universe is in danger. However, it doesn't kill the tone. If anything, it gives the climax a dose of energy. There are notable actions that sync with the song, like when the Sovereign arrived. Pretty good. Although Lakeshore Drive doesn't have any distinctive connections to anything in the story, it has an intoxicatingly cozy vibe. You really feel relaxed as the Guardians leave the Sovereign homeworld. This song is one of the most effective in Volume 3 for one simple fact. It connects to the characters and story. The Guardians' job is a dirty one, but someone's gotta do it. Plus, they care a lot. The mission they go on in this movie proves that to a T. Go All the Way plays as Star-Lord leaves Morag after having retrieved the orb that houses the Power Stone. He is going all the way when it comes to double-crossing Yondu. At first, this song is treated like white noise after the Dark Aster crashes, but one thing that saves it is the fact that it's the Dance Off Bro song. Therefore, it gets bonus points. This song largely succeeds as a celebratory finale number, given that the opening song was a downer tonally. However, it's not the type of song I would picture for these movies back in 2014. That's most likely because of when the song came out. 2008. The dog days refer to the era of Guardians we have watched for 9 years, and that time has just ended. Plus, I'm surprised Cosmo didn't think this song was basically telling her to die.
I do not like this song.
I'm not a fan of country music, since every song sounds exactly the same. Southern Nights stands out to me. The scene where it plays takes place at night, so that's a start. The bouncy country vibe of the song offsets the Home Alone traps Rocket springs on the Ravagers. Despite getting the end credits treatment, Badlands has such a strong connective tissue to Volume 3's story that I couldn't ignore it. The song is about the frustration of trying to escape unfortunate circumstances in order to find a better life. In the end, Rocket is able to spit in the face of these Badlands, referring to the lab he was created and raised in. The lyric, "A king ain't satisfied till he rules everything," references how the High Evolutionary isn't satisfied until he perfects the universe. That's a stroke of genius. I couldn't name a better musical capper for this entire trilogy. Hooked on a Feeling is played during the Guardians' time in the kiln. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around how it tells the story, apart from the fact that it's playing when a kiln watchman is using the Walkman, much to Star-Lord's chagrin. I sang this song at a talent show as a kid, and the audience loved it. The way Yondu murders all of the Ravagers who betrayed him is dark on paper, but the song choice makes this scene one of the most fun sequences in any Guardians movie. Do you realize that this song reflects Star-Lord's mindset? Do you realize the movie's set in space? Do you realize this song and scene make me cry? Do you realize I feared all characters I love would die? I would sing this parody as a bit, but I already did it for San Francisco. It wouldn't be as funny the second time, and my mic didn't agree with me on all my intonations. This track is optimistic, and it allows viewers to get the roller coaster of emotions the climax made them ride off their minds. It's nice that James Gunn dared to ask Tyler Bates, what if you took your Guardians theme and made it a disco remix like that one for Star Wars? And he nailed it. It's groovy from beginning to end, and it seems like everyone had fun making the music video. The lyrics humorously reference the characters. That doesn't get more obvious than, "My daddy was a planet!" But let's not forget the biggest star here, David Hasselhoff. I like to think he became Zardu Hasselfrau from traumatic memory loss he got from King Neptune's blast in the SpongeBob movie. This is one of the more sedate tracks in the second movie, and it fits the dance scene between Star-Lord and Gamora. Fooled around and fell in love, joins the battle as the challenger to the throne, bring it on home to me sits upon. This song perfectly describes Star-Lord's character. He often fools around, and in this scene, he falls in love. Rune Age Daydream is played when the Guardians come to nowhere. David Bowie was known for his space-themed glam rock. I love that the Guardians ship in Volume 3 was named after Bowie. Harry Bomb is played when the Guardians discuss their attack plan against Ronan with the Ravagers. The rock tone gets us amped for the battle that's about to happen. During the Battle of Xandar, Groot sacrificed himself for his friends. We were all thinking, "No, he can't be dead!" And a synonym for that can be, "I want you back." This soulful track is a perfect way to end the movie, as it allowed us to think of it happily. My Sweet Lord is a very laid-back track to introduce us to Ego's planet. Ego is a god, so this song choice is brilliant. It also helps that Peter Quill calls himself Star-Lord. You're probably gonna be shocked by my next placement. A song titled Escape is used during the prison escape scene. That is such a thinker. This is actually one of the few songs I heard before watching these movies. Shrek marked the first time I heard that song, so I heard it and said, "Hey, I know that tune." The chain perfectly describes the Guardians' connections. They are trying to keep the chain between them strong, even though they're capable of getting on one another's nerves for petty reasons, like Mantis eating Drax snacks likes, or mistakes, like when Drax called Ronan and Rocket stole the Sovereign's batteries. The song comes back during the final battle when Star-Lord fights Ego, showing he has a purpose greater than what his father intended for him. Mr. Blue Sky is the perfect track for tonal reasons. It offsets the violent battle between the Obelisk and the Guardians on the planet Sovereign, while we enjoy the various shenanigans Baby Groot gets up to. I've got no notes. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 does not open the way young fans are hoping. No delightful dance numbers or music to start the film. Instead, we get an acoustic version of a classic Radiohead song. It is ground zero for the tone of the movie you are currently watching. Yondu's sacrifice to save Star-Lord made him realize Yondu was his real dad, although Ego was his biological father. Ego was not a good parent and needed to be taken down. Therefore, it was fitting to have a song titled Father and Son play during Yondu's funeral. This scene and song hit me in the feels every time I watch or listen to it. Brandy occurs so much in Volume 2 that it's remarkable. The connective tissue this song has to this film is clear as day. Even if I didn't explain the song's parallels, Ego does it within the movie. He loved Meredith, but believed she posed as a distraction to his goals. Earlier in this scene, the film is building itself to be a space epic like Star Wars. Our expectations are subverted, and the tone is defined once Star-Lord dances to Come and Get Your Love. This song is to Guardians of the Galaxy what All-Star is to Shrek. It's one of the most effective tone-setting events in film history. And as an added bonus, in Volume 3's first post-credits scene, Rocket plays Come and Get Your Love when the new team is discussing their tastes in music. I love that this movie knew where and how to use this song. It shows how this is the beginning for a new band of Guardians. It's like poetry, these scenes rhyme. I truly cannot think of a better beginning and ending for this entire 9-year adventure. So that's my ranking of the Guardians of the Galaxy songs. These soundtracks are bangers incarnate. You better believe I'm gonna have more fascinating rankings up my sleeve. Don't tell Drax, he might try to dig up my sleeve for them. I'll start ranking these movies by their use of a single character until I run out. Next thing you know, I'll rank them by how amazing the water in them looks. We'll see. I'm the Autistic Critic. I make unfiltered reviews to help you choose.